Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Newcastle Football Manager save. I'm a little bit stressed out because I've got my clock up on the wall there. It's the 6th of September right now. That means we've got PES in a couple of days, and then quite literally the week after that, it's the FIFA demo, the FIFA content that they release, and FIFA coming out. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now because look how much we've still got to do. So although I'm absolutely loving this series, I am running very late on it, so forgive me if you guys absolutely love the detail and seeing every game. It's not possible. I'm not going to be able to finish this series in time unless I make a few episodes where we get a few results going quite quickly. So I can only apologise. I've just ran out of time. So from now on, you're going to see minimum a month, maybe even 2 months of games in one episode. It's the only way I can do this in time because I'm doing a PES series when that comes out, FIFA 20 demo videos, and then of course when FIFA 20 comes out, we're going ham on that. So I really do apologise if you absolutely love this series and you love how it's going as it is right now. Nothing's really changing. We're still going to be playing as Newcastle and hopefully getting into that top 6 once again, but it's just going to be a little bit quicker. It might feel a little bit rushed, but I'm being honest with you guys. Now, this video is brought to you by Footmob. If you want to download the best football app, there is no better app on the market than Footmob. It gives you all the latest results, all the fixtures, transfers, although the transfer window is shut now, you won't be using that too much. But of course, when it reopens in January, Footmob is where you want to be. It's free on Android and iOS. You can download it with the link down below. Thank you to them for sponsoring this episode. And now, let's get into our first game, which is the second leg against Torino. This is the 4th qualifying game. This is the second leg of that 4th qualifying game to therefore get into the Europa League. So we're 3-2 up on aggregate right now because of this result here. Hopefully we can beat them away from home. We absolutely smashed it, guys. 3-2 again, this time away from home. We actually scored 2 in the first 10 minutes here. So Onyekuru scoring there. Tonali with the build-up play back in Italy for the first time. Onyekuru over to Dragus. I don't know what to call him, but what a start he's made since joining. We almost went with Edouard. We went with him instead, and it seems to be working out very well indeed. They did get a goal back on around the 20th minute there. Belotti, the most dangerous player in their squad, of course. And then we got a penalty right before half-time, 3-1, and I thought, well, 6-4 in aggregate, surely it's game over. Well, had a bit of a shaky moment in the second half where I thought, no, please don't do this to me, game. But thankfully we did hold on. We got the 3-2 win away from home, and that means I believe we're in the Europa League. Surely there's not a 5th game. It is official. We are in the draw. Here we go, guys. Do I draw all of it or do I do it one by one? I think we draw all of it. Here we go. Boom. And we are... Ooh, okay. We got Porto. That's going to be a difficult one. Austria Wien, Copenhagen, and then there's us. Is that a good group? I mean, looking around, there are some tough groups in there, but to be fair, all of them look quite equal. Glad I avoided Roma, if I'm honest. Roma would have been a tough one. This is a good group. You got Zenit, Hoffenheim, and Braga, and a team I don't know much about there. This is another good one. Marseille, Rosenborg, Atletico Bilbao, and Rubin Kazan. But honestly, I think we've done okay there. We've done okay. We've got a relatively decent group. It's still going to be a challenge for us. But no, I think I'm happy with that. Porto, Austria Wien, Copenhagen, and then us. We are in Group E. We're back into the Premier League now. Some big fixtures. Look at Tottenham smashing Norwich. 6-0. That is unbelievable. But this is the league table at the moment as we go into a game against Swansea. And actually, they're right next to us down here in 15th. Of course, we've only got 4 points from 3 games, so it's absolutely vital we get a win against these teams, you know, the bottom half teams. Otherwise, we have no hope of finishing in the top 6 again because you can see the usual suspects are right up there at the top. Man City having won all of their games so far. This game was absolutely insane. Just look at the top bar. You see what's happened in this game. It's unbelievable. 4-3 against Swansea at home. I couldn't believe it as we played. And I tell you what, Swansea were very, very decent. Very decent. How many times have I conceded a goal like that, by the way, where the keeper parries it right up close and then there's someone there to finish it? Honestly, it's so frustrating So we were 2-1 down. And somehow losing against Swansea felt right. We were really not playing very well at all, so we didn't deserve to be winning. But we did get back in the game there. Joelinton with his second of the game. Here's Almiron trying to find that pass inside. He does eventually get to it. And Joelinton gets a hat-trick in the first half. And it's a perfect hat-trick as well, apparently. I didn't even notice that at the time. So, yeah, a first half hat-trick for Joelinton. Left foot, right foot, and a header. And then they equalised. And I thought, there's just no way. There's no way we're losing this game. The second half was so much better from us. We were controlling the game. Almiron on the edge of the box finds Aqua, who just came on as a sub. And it was 4-3. Just absolutely insane. I couldn't believe that. Absolutely praising Joelinton. What a performance. And to think we maybe would have signed Edouard and he would have been our first team striker, no doubt. Instead, we stayed with Joelinton. He's our main striker. And of course, we brought in what's his name? This is really irritating me. Let me go ahead and just praise him. Is it Dragus? Go into my tactics here. Dragus. I have absolutely no idea. But he has been great as a left winger as well. So ultimately, although I really failed at getting Edouard, it might have worked out in our favour anyway. Okay, so now we're going to Anfield and I've just seen the Liverpool side. What the hell have they been doing in this window? They've got David Silva. They've got Callum Wilson up top. They've got Grujic back from his loan deal at Hertha Berlin. Interesting. You can see the lineup I've gone with. It's pretty much my strongest team. Honestly, that is a weird one though. I've never seen David Silva move. I don't think I've ever seen him move in FIFA either. That's a real weird one, unless it's to Spain or whatever, or he retires. But yeah, that's a weird one. Let's go over and get my assistant to tell them to pick up where they left off. We've been in some decent form lately, winning games, although conceding a lot of goals. So I'm a little bit cautious here. I'm not playing on the intense 4-2-3-1. We're going with a normal 4-2-3-1, which is just more of a control possession-based tactic, which you know I've been using quite a lot since I started playing Football Manager. It's pretty much the base control possession one. And my mentality is on balanced, so I shouldn't be overextending, but we should still be getting... Oh my god, Almiron's through. Almiron's through and he scores. Oh, am I sure we're not playing high intensity? I mean, what was Almiron doing, pushing the last man like that? I'll take it. 1-0 up at Anfield, and it's Van Dijk who makes the mistake. What was he? That is terrible. That is actually terrible. What a finish, though. Now, one thing I've seen in the comments, by the way, and when I've been streaming recently, is people really do prefer when you watch the game on Director. So we're going to give it a go for this episode. Make sure you leave your comments down below. Tell me which one you prefer. I've been using Sideline, where it's much more zoomed out, but it can be difficult to see what's going on the YouTube video because everything's so small. So let me know if this is your preferred view of the game. Here's Trent, by the way. Liverpool trying to get back in this game straight away. And they have. And it's David Silva. And of course he's got number 21. Oh, great. Okay, well, I thought we made a good start to this game, but now we're back to square one. And Liverpool have pretty much scored a moment later after conceding. Damn it. Good old classic. You score, and then you're not concentrating. I think they're in again here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Completely open on that right side. Mane makes it 2-1. This is going from bad to worse. Oh, another mistake here. Onyekuru is going to get a chance to whip it in. Robertson clears it as far as Longstaff. Why are you passing it back? Okay, hopefully we can still do something with this. Oh my god. That is so frustrating. We're right literally on the edge of their box and it ends up with our own goalkeeper. Ball over the top for Richie. It's going to nothing. Unless they make a mistake here. What a waste of a chance this has been. Unless, again, they can make a mistake. Doesn't look like it. And now we're going to be under attack and we're going to concede, aren't we? We are so obviously going to concede here. Mo Salah. Oh my god, he's missed it. He's missed it. Oh my god, it's happened again. No. Oh, almost 2 mistakes leading to 2 goals there. I think that's going to be it for half time though. Yep, there it is. Honestly, it hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been great, has it? Liverpool clearly playing the much better football, more attacking football. They've had more possession. So this second half, I don't know, man. Do we appreciate their efforts? Yeah, I think it's been okay. I'm hoping that we get a bit more of a reaction. You know, we are losing this game, having had quite a few good chances. But then again, Liverpool just gifted us a goal. So technically we should be 2-0 down. I don't know. Come on, lads. Come on. Let's find that goal. And then we'll just go for a draw maybe. Because I just feel like I'm going to concede. No matter how many goals I score, they'll score more. So if I do score, we go on defensive. We go ultra defensive and just try and keep a 2-2 draw. Here's Onyekuru. Go on. That was never going in. Corner coming in from Richie. It's a decent ball in that. Jolinton's there. How are you not hitting that first time, man? We're going to get another chance, though. Are we? It's not going to show us that. Okay, let's make some changes while we can. We are going to be taking out... I think we bring out Almiron and bring in Maria, who's been very good lately. I'm also going to take off Onyekuru and bring in Dennis Dragus, however you say his name. And I forgot to change the tactic. God damn it, Matt. No wonder Tonali's not had a very good game. He's been playing out of his preferred role. And now a free kick coming in from Virgil van Dijk. He whips it in. It hits the bar. They've still got a chance. Nope, there's a free kick. Oh, that could have been it. That would have been game over. There's still a chance here. I'm playing on attacking now. And we're going into the final few moments of this game. There's not really been anything since the goals. And it looks like there isn't going to be anything since the goals. That is it. We lose 2-1. Our second half was poor. We managed to get a bit more control of the game, but in terms of chances, there was pretty much nothing. So, fair play to Liverpool. They deserved that one. Time now to play our first European game in the official Europa League tournament. Of course, first game in this Group E against Copenhagen at home. I'm expecting a good result here. We will be rotating the squad slightly because, of course, we played a lot of games lately, a few tired legs. But I'm just keeping an eye on this Porto result here. If Austria Wien can win, that would be incredible. Well, it was a big win indeed. Very lucky penalty there to start off with. Onyekuru pretty much hitting it straight at the keeper. And then he had another one, another chance to score another penalty, which he made 2-0. And I thought that was it. But going into the final 10 minutes of this game, well, the final 5 minutes really, we scored 2 very late goals here against Copenhagen to complete a massive 4-0 win, which is exactly what we needed. And it turns out Porto only managed to get a 1-0 win in their game. So I was expecting a bigger result from them. So who knows? Maybe we can beat Porto in this group stage and finish in first. We'll soon find out, eh? Up next, we have Norwich, who are actually bottom of the table since the beginning of the league. So, we're 6 games in. It's not been a good start for them at all. So again, I'm hoping for another big win. We are going to be going with a high intensity, and I think I'm going to go with the first team. I think pretty much everyone's fully fit. Lascelles and Ake have played a lot lately. Onyekuru as well, so maybe we'll switch those guys out for this game. But we've still got a day until the game kicks off, so they might be okay. But I'm going to go all out for this game. Well, we scored 5 goals in this game. Unfortunately, only 4 of them for us, 1 of them for Norwich. We scored an own goal in this one, but thankfully, the other 4 goals were all ours, as I said. Tonali with an absolute banger there. Oh, that was beautiful. Now, Norwich are a good team. I'm not quite sure why they're right down at the bottom. They've got some very good players, especially at wing-back, and Aarons was a nightmare for us. He was getting a lot of crosses in there, and I'm not sure why he was on the left side at some points of this game, but hey, that is what it is. And once again, we had a bit of a late showing in this game, so we made it 3-1 in the 65th minute, but then going into the last moments of the game, that's when we seemed to be doing really well and crushing teams. We had 27 shots in this match, and it was Dennis Dragus who managed to score the 4th goal there. That was a real beauty. But another big win, guys. Really happy with that result. Let's go ahead and take a look at the league table. That takes us up into 8th place. Norwich still at the bottom with just 1 measly point after 6 games. So it was actually 5 matches up until this one here. They're not doing well at all, and neither are Middlesbrough and Watford. They haven't won a single game. And it looks like Man City finally dropped some points. They got a draw, so they are right at the top there with Tottenham, who, remember, I think they finished in 10th last season. We finished above Tottenham, so they're doing much better this season so far. But to be fair, we've had a pretty tough set of fixtures to start the season off. 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. I don't think it's too bad. What just happened in this game against Arsenal, I can't explain it. I thought, do you know what? It's the EFL Cup. I'm going to put up my second team. If you look at the list of players I started, It is quite literally my second team, and we almost won it. Even though we were behind for a long period of this game, we almost won it. Let's go ahead and watch all the goals. Absolutely unbelievable match against my beloved Arsenal. I'm not even sad. It is what it is. We have less fixtures now, I guess. We do want to still focus on the league and, of course, the Europa League. But we started off very poorly here. Xhaka with his right foot. I'm sorry, I didn't even know he had a right foot. Bangs one in from that far out. And by the way, they were playing a weak side as well. Quite a few names that I didn't even recognise. Iwobi with a very lucky goal there in off the post. 2-0 down. It really wasn't looking good at this point. But then suddenly I got 2 goals out of nothing. Chancellor there starting a game for the first time in a while. And new signing, Dragus again scoring. Very good finish from him. And then again, it was Chancellor and Dragus really involved. Came out to dumb it here on the left side. Maria wins the header, and Martinez with the worst goalkeeping in history. And we were 2-2. And I would like to say we were getting absolutely smashed to pieces at this point. We really were. And then this happens. The messiest goal ever, and they're 3-2 up. And some of those names, they're quite literally, I think, academy players that I've never heard of, some of them. So, yeah, this was a little bit embarrassing to then go 4-2 down. Unbelievable. But then at this point, I made a couple of changes and we started to get back in the game a little bit. And thankfully, we did get a goal. But it was, unfortunately, the last goal we could get. It was a mistake from Socrates there. They brought on a couple of big names as well towards the end there. Again, Doozy came on, I think it was. Yeah, he did come on. So, 4-3. Unbelievable result. I thought we were going to turn it around based off the performance in the second half, but we just didn't have enough. So, we are out of the EFL Cup. Up next, we had Everton, and it was a real strange game. We're in the 86th minute, and this is when we scored our goal. I was elated. I was so excited. We bagged 3 points, and then they had a penalty, which they missed in the 90th minute. And I can't show you it, apparently. Can I show you it? Yes, I can. So, because it wasn't a goal, it wasn't included in the goal highlights reel, but we conceded a penalty in the last moment. I thought, great. He went down the middle. What an idiot. Dubravka went down the middle as well. GG Everton, thank you so much for the 3 points. That is so lucky, but what a boring game. 35 shots to 0. That's what just happened against Austria Wien. And of all the shots, that went in. Another goal for Dennis there, well done. And then we made it 2-0 around the 70th minute here. Another great run from Dennis over to Maria, who just pings it into that bottom left corner. How I didn't score more in this game, I don't know. We absolutely smashed them. Can I show you the stats? I should be able to, right? Look at this. 35 to 0. We absolutely destroyed them and somehow didn't win by more than 2 goals. I don't get it. But the good news is Porto drew 0-0 in their game. So we are now top of the table and we are comfortably leading the way here. And hopefully we can finish in first place and get an easier knockout stage opponent. That's the hope anyway. Oof, look at this. Watford getting 2 players sent off in a game against Bournemouth. And it quite literally lost them the game. Griffith scoring in the 89th minute there. Arsenal getting a 5-0 win against Middlesbrough. But this has to be the shock of the weekend. Man City have dropped points against West Ham there. Oh dearie me. So Man City, who were dominating the league, are now down in 3rd. Not that that's really that bad. But anyway, we're going into our game now. And it was a cold, wet, raining night in Stoke. Lamella on the ball. Good signing that. That really was a good signing. We saw him transfer listed at the beginning of the season. We didn't go for him. They've got Mitrovic as well. Stoke honestly have a very good team and they scored early in this game. But Jolinton, first goal in a couple of games, through on goal there. He wasn't going to miss. Well, actually, to be fair, a lot of my misses seem to be one-on-ones. And Alfie, can you stop barking, you silly dog? Almiron picks up the ball outside the box. Richie is on hand to turn this game around 2-1. And it was that for ages, 2-1. And then, with about 15 minutes to go, a player that also almost was part of the Newcastle side going into the season scores against us. So we drew 2-2 against Stoke. It's a tough fixture away from home, as we all know. Not even Messi can perform on a cold, wet night in Stoke, apparently. I don't know, maybe he would be okay. But a 2-2 draw, it's not ideal. Just taking a look at the medical issues we've got throughout the team at the moment. And to be fair, we haven't had too many injuries this season. Maria's out at the moment because he's just had so many matches. I've been playing him a lot. He's been doing really well though. Ake as well. Him and the Shells have played pretty much most games this season. Onyekuru as well. He has an above average injury susceptibility. But the only player that's actually out, Maria can still play. I just don't want to play him. But the only player out is Kieran Clark right now for about a week. And I'm not really using him. So honestly, I don't know what it is. The injuries just have not been too bad this season. I've had the odd 1 or 2 day injuries that we always get. But none of those really terrible couple of months out type injuries. So I'm very pleased. Maybe the training's working. I haven't changed anything. But clearly, overall, Paul Catterson, my chief doctor, has said that we have a lower than normal level of injuries because of the current training workload. Going into our next game, which was Bournemouth at home, we of course had Ake playing for the first time against his old club. We started off pretty well. We were dominating the first half, got that 1-0 lead going into the second half, and then it all just crumbled and we've lost. We've lost 2-1. Really disappointed with this one. I didn't expect Bournemouth to dominate possession as much as they did, but then when you really think about it, what do Bournemouth do? They're a very good attacking side in real life. I should have expected it, and I went with my high-intensity 4-2-3-1, and it was just the wrong decision. They were all over me in the second half, and I had some real tired legs. So, very disappointed, guys. We've picked up a loss when we really need a win, considering we drew at Stoke. We are still in 8th place. Bournemouth go up into 5th with that win. Wow, Arsenal are top as well. So we've got 3 teams, Arsenal, City and Liverpool, that haven't lost a single game, and we're almost 10 games in. Norwich and Middlesbrough still haven't won a game. Norwich still only have a point. That's pretty shocking. I lost again, and I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. We were going to get the draw. It was 3-3 going into the last few moments, and I've thrown it away, guys. Porto were very, very good. They really were. It's another 4-3 result. How many times have I had a 4-3 this season? Seems like I've had it many, many times, but you know what? We were doing okay. We made it 2-1. We were 13 minutes in at this point thinking, you know what? It could happen. We might be able to beat Porto, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. Porto are probably, a top 6 team in the Premier League, and that's why I did struggle a little bit. Thiago, I don't know how to say his second name, Maya, maybe? He was unreal. He was all over me this entire game. But anyway, we made it 3-3 here, and I felt lucky. So I went defensive. I sat back, and I made a mistake, because in the 93rd minute, this happens. How that ball gets through, I don't know, but honestly, my heart sank. That was a chance. If we beat Porto here, I think we win our group, but unfortunately not. It's going to be a little bit closer now. I think we'll still qualify, but I really, really want first place, so we're going to have to beat them at home. I'm just starting to think that maybe finishing in the top 6 last season was almost a bad thing. Of course, it was great. I got into the Europa League, but was it a little bit much? Is this team I've got, before the signings this season, was that team I had last year really top 6 quality? I don't know, man. I think I'm starting to get a bit of a reality check, because I am starting to struggle a lot of games right now against good opposition. I don't know. It's a real tough one. Liverpool have won again, man. Bournemouth winning 4-0. Geez, some big results. Tottenham winning against Everton there. Are Man City going to beat Norwich? Of course they are. Oh my God, they're not. Norwich got another point, everyone, and it was against Man City. Unbelievable. They were 3-0 down as well. Holy moly, what a comeback. Anyway, going into the final game of this episode, we had Chelsea, and we lost. Of course we lost. They're not even doing that good this season. I'm just in a really bad patch of form, I guess you could call it. It's not looking good for us right now. 2-0 down at half-time, and to be fair, it could have been worse. What Dubravka was doing there, I don't know. But Giroud made it 2-0, and that was it for that game. Honestly, it was pretty shocking. They've got a very good team, don't get me wrong, but if you really look at it, you look at their defence, for example, Zuma, Ampadu, not too great. Bakayoko was back in there. Mason Mount's a decent player, but come on, man, why am I losing so badly? I'm really struggling at the moment, guys. I really am. It just isn't going very well. We're now down to 10th. 10 games played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. It's just not going to plan right now. And Onyekuru is injured. Oh, thankfully it's just a couple of days. But we need to be doing better. And it doesn't help that we've got Tottenham next. Honestly, Tottenham, yeah, that could have been a bit of an easier one, couldn't it? So we're quite literally middle of the pack right now. I know for a fact that top 4 is going to be impossible. There's no way. Getting into the top 6 is going to be hard enough as it is. Maybe we can do it. We've already fallen 6 points behind 5th. Oh, man. It isn't looking good, guys. This season is definitely not going to plan. But we will keep going. Hopefully you're enjoying the series anyway. Again, sorry if it feels a little bit rushed, because honestly, it kind of is. We're running out of time before PES and FIFA come out, so I do want to get this series done before then. But hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, please do leave a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well, and I will see you in the next episode very soon.